His name's Rhapsody, and my name is Sneaky Teak, and this is Rhaps and Teak Take a Peek. Back this week with Desktop Dungeons, an old classic, the Enhanced Edition. Rhapsody, how you doing?
Couldn't be doing better, Teak. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this one. We were talking about this particularly after playing Dream Quest last week. It's kind of nice to explore some more of the traditional roguelike space. Character in dungeon moves around and fights enemies, because we've gotten so abstracted from that with all of the deck builders and all of these, a kind of like fusion games, which are really, really fun and very modern. It's kind of cool to see the more roots style game. Although some would argue, I guess, that Desktop Dungeons is really like second or third wave, right? Because it's not ASCII and it's not. But anyway, we'll get to that. So
yeah, it's not a it's not a net hack, for instance.
Exactly. But I'm excited to be here. Can I read the description of the game?
You may, but before you do, I would like to very quickly preface: Desktop Dungeons is it's a cherished memory. For me, I never played the Enhanced Edition, which we're going to currently be playing. There are systems that involve themselves in the Enhanced Edition that were not in the Alpha Edition, the web version that I'd played back as a wee lad. I thought I'd played it like 15 plus years ago. Turns out I played it 10 years ago. It came out in 2010 when it hit the web.
Very mercurial on the content creation universe.
Oh, it's just wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff through and through.
Yeah.
But for a really long period of time, this was the only game that I was playing, and I was playing like 5 to 10 hours of it a day because it's just really quick runs. And every single time I was like, I've learned something for the next one, and just go through and go through and go through. And I'd forgotten everything, almost everything about the game. And as soon as I opened it up, and as soon as we got to a start screen just past this point, that's as far as we've been. As soon as we got to it, there was just this rush of nostalgia. It's graphically different. But God, if it isn't pretty much exactly what I remember.
A nostalgia pack, he said. It was a pack full of nostalgia. It's some kind of like a med kit, but it hits you with nostalgia sauce instead. Yeah.
Through and through.
I can confirm this because we brainstormed, I've said on a previous Take a Peek, we brainstormed out something like 3 months of games. Because we'll break it. We break like half of the time we pick something new randomly. But we wanted to have a backlog of things that we were excited to play. And I had Desktop Dungeons Enhanced Edition come across my desk, and I was like, what about Desktop Dungeons Enhanced Edition? And initially, Rhaps was like, oh, Teak, I don't know, man. I played like 1 million hours of Desktop Dungeons. I probably can't cover that as a Take a Peek. And it was only later that we were like, you know what? No, it's enough time has passed. Enough changes have happened. We can take a peek at this. And for me, it'll be taking a peek completely. I've never played. And so I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be rediscovering it. I'm not sure I remember any of the mechanics.
Well, and these games are so contextual, and that's part of what makes them fun, is that you build up this working knowledge and working language around them. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I should read the description. I should read the description and say what the game is, and then I can make a point about how rogues be.
Sounds good.
So this is funny because usually I just go to the Steam store and I read the blurb. And that's good enough. It's not the perfect description of the game, but it's effectively what the creators want to tell you about the game. But the Steam store description for Desktop Dungeons Enhanced Edition just talks about what has changed since the original Desktop Dungeons, and the original Desktop Dungeons doesn't exist on Steam, which is some kind of deep metaphor for roguelites in general. We think it's very quintessential rogue experience that the description of the game assumes you already play the game. But we found the Desktop Dungeons website, and there's a pretty good little description on there, including some kind of helpful little bits about the game. And the description there is, Desktop Dungeons is a quick play, roguelike-like. That's actually what it says, which I love. That's not me just stuttering. Roguelike-like.
There's the whole, pedantry that occasionally occurs between roguelike and roguelite. I think the only thing that can unify the two camps of like everything's a roguelike or roguelite/roguelike is both of them probably don't like roguelike-like being used as a description. I think
you just put another like on there. It's roguelike-like-esque, Yeah.
Roguelike-like-esque-ish.
I think this was probably drafted in like 2010, and I suspect I know what the mind state was when that. Anyway, this gave me I can't stop laughing at this. Desktop Dungeons is a quick play roguelike-like puzzle game that gives you 10 to 20 minutes of dungeon crawling action per serving. Casual players can enjoy endless coffee break gaming sessions and infinitely random dungeons, while hardcore enthusiasts can unearth the game's subtleties and tackle challenges of unrealistic viciousness. Down all paths lie frequent deaths, easy accessibility, and the urge to play just one more dungeon. A good descriptor, and I think it captures the core essence of the game, which is that because of the way it lays out, it almost runs a bit like a puzzle. And the more roguelites that I play, the more that I find many of them have puzzle-like elements. Last week, during whatever Wednesday on my live stream, I played Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is definitely puzzly, except that you play so fast that sometimes you don't notice, right? So I think this is cool. I'm excited to play, and I am very blind to this. I thought Desktop Dungeons was called Desktop Dungeons because there was a theme of it being on a physical desktop, and I think I was thinking of a different game. And so I'm excited to dive in to our kingdom of Sneak City.
As am I. It's gonna be, hang on. Oh wait, there's the story begins text here that I clicked through prior.
Settings and stuff where there's not a lot of settings in this game.
Yes, sorry, I glossed over that because it's the individual volume translators for individual things. We may pull it up at some point in the future. But for the moment, the story begins. Creatures attacked in the night. The caravan was unprepared. Travelers had been warned about the unexplored realms, but pride often plays tricks on reason. Flames and blood engulfed the defenders, nomads, exiles, and vagabonds, with only a handful of real fighters among them. Injured, ill-trained, and separated from one another, many of the survivors had no choice but to press into a nearby network of maze-like caverns.
And welcome to the game!
Yep! That's a roguelike for you! That's roguelike-like. My apologies.
Roguelike-like. Yeah. Excuse me. It's like what a roguelike would have been if it had grown up to be a firefighter instead of a whatever. That's right.
I
grow up.
There's part of it in my mind that is still like a northwest-west kind of thing. Like, that's closer to west than it is north. It's closer to similar to a rogue than it is to a rogue. Okay, so
guide me. Right now, the only actions we can do are move and hit?
Yes!
Okay.
And will be for the majority of it, if I understand correctly. So we have the tiled map in front of us. Anytime we discover a new tile, we will gain a health point. So your health is determined by base stats and bonuses. Health regeneration is 1 per block. So things occur on per block basis. But it's discovering. So
you can't just and infinitely heal.
Yes.
Okay.
And then mana regeneration along the same fact. We can also see our base damage. We can see a bonus percentage, 0 at the moment. Base damage 5. Current conversion points. Humans get a 10% attack bonus for every 100 conversion points. I'm not familiar with this mechanic. Gold amount, and then your piety. Gods reward or punish you through taking or giving piety points. So that's all we can really see at the moment. But on the map, we can see a goblin here. Next hit, death.
Because it has first strike. It's just going to kill us if we hit it.
Exactly. So it does 2 damage. It's got first strike. It'll hit us first. It would kill us if we interact with it. So this is the kind of like battle preview that it's giving you. However, if I move...
But it won't attack us on its own?
No.
Okay. Fights only happen if you engage. Okay.
Yes. So you're navigating around the map. And as you'd said, actually, like, one of the biggest parts of it is going to be, actually, I think you said this off camera. One of the biggest parts of this is going to be the management of your exploration of the map, of the min-maxing of the kind of different points at which you hit your level ups and your heals and things like that. And it's
kind of like
largely
Dicey,
about
kind of like Dream Quest, kind of finding those breakpoints and those just little changes, very subtle changes, are make or break your run.
Yes, very, very true. And constantly there's like, you end a run and you're like, oh, I could have refined that slightly. I could have gone out this direction first. Something like that.
done this or fought this other enemy first to get some experience. Okay, cool. Cool.
To no longer delay, I'm gonna go down here, get enough health to kill this goblin.
Now, what's interesting to me is that we got up to 7 health there. So we were getting quite a bit of we started at 1, which means we healed by 6.
Yep. We discovered tile.
Every tile discovered. Right. And that includes the surrounding. Okay, that makes sense. Walls heal you.
I mean, honestly, it's just the, like, oh, I survived, kind of like getting a second wind kind of thing, I feel.
So here, so very much, where Rhaps is rediscovering as well, but I'm kind of leaning on you. Most of what I'm saying is me checking my own assumptions, right? Right here, the thought that I had in terms of how to min-max this kind of situation was, okay, we're at full health. We want to try not to discover too much. We want to try to find a fight, to use health, so that we can take advantage of the healing. Is that's a part of it?
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to explore unless it's giving you health, right? Like, it's similar to a lot of games where when you go up enough in difficulty, like if you're on like base levels of difficulty for games, I'm not like you have to play on the hardest difficulty kind of guy, right? But, when you play on the lowest level of difficulty or lower levels of difficulty, things only really need to accomplish one thing, and then it feels like in a lot of different games, as you go to hard and tough and whatever the highest difficulty should be,
you need more density.
Yeah, it needs to give you more things. It can't just do that one thing for you. It needs to do 3 different things at the same time to really be enough to keep up with the level. And the exploration, showing you new parts of the terrain, getting you towards new items, and also healing at the same time is definitely something you want to take advantage of.
Okay. Oh, nice. And you can even break your fight up into multiple. Take a hit, walk around. Okay.
So it's like an individual instance of like a clash between the 2 different characters on any individual click.
Got it. There's a baddie. Ooh, undead and bloodless. Does it say what they do?
It does indeed.
Okay. It will not leave a blood pool, which maybe has some interaction. Maybe there's like vampirism or some kind of something. Okay. And is it telling us that it's going to give us 3 experience?
No, it will take us up to 3 experience should we conquer it.
Okay.
However, it does have hit into safe. What is this?
What is that? Oh, it's saying you will be alive. You'll be safe. It's saying what the end position is.
Oh,
if you attack it, you will be safe. If you attack it, you'll die. If you attack it, you'll win. Okay. We do like a fair bit of damage, actually.
Yeah, no, we're doing fine by base. Boris here is
Meat man.
Quite powerful. There we are. We finally met the man.
Hello, Meat man. Only 1 damage on this lad.
Yeah. Feels like I kind of want to leave him alive just because he's adorable, but I'm afraid I get more value by killing you.
You must be made into sweet experience. You know. Hey, we leveled up. Oh, and that heals us.
Yes. So you do want to, if possible, level up with as little HP remaining as possible.
Right.
Okay, it's
highlighted a decent job at.
Let's head on up there.
Shiny. Start fighting this guy and then get some healing. Get some healing. Ooh, they do big damage. Holy macaronis, dude.
Many points. Excuse me? I think it was a lot of our HP, but gain it all back up.
But there it went back.
Leaving little pockets like this in the corner of the map is so useful. It's like leaving a health pack for yourself later.
Yeah. But I guess it means that, like, since you can move diagonally, there could be a secret down there, in theory. Although it looks like it's the edge of the map, so it's probably pretty safe.
Almost certainly.
Take some damage.
That's what we want to increase? Take some damage? Hell yeah, let's do it.
That's my inclination in most games, is to start by just taking as much damage as I can and then figure out later how much of the other resources I should have taken. See if I can work my way to heaven, and if the answer is no, maybe I'll take some health.
Oh, wait, we can take all of these. These are just straight up stat increases we're allowed.
Oh, okay. It was not a choice. Right, they're on the ground. It's like...
We're also now recovering 2 per block rather than just 1.
Whoa.
And we get a mana and then get a spell Burn Deraz. It costs 6 mana to deal 4 damage. Burns your enemies for 4 points of magical damage per character level, slowing their regeneration.
Is this kind of like, I'm gonna burn Deraz? Is it like, this is this is like a Ratchet and Clank kind of comedic writing? What are you gonna do with them?
I mean, we can take it, but it looks like the alternative system is the ability to trash it into conversion points for 10% attack bonus.
Damage. Yeah, which will give us 12.1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to try this conversion points thing, although it does feel silly to not use our mana at all, but like burns your enemies for, what was it, like an area thing?
I don't even remember at this point. I clicked the one that turned it into damage.
I also like that. Oh, but it's, oh, so it just converts it. Ah, the conversion points don't stay in your bar. It turned it into damage.
Yeah, I think it would stay in the bar if it was less than 100, but as soon as it got to the threshold of 100, it just spent them.
Back down, right.
Yeah,
Slimes.
Here's where it would have been useful. They've got physical resist of 90.
Oh, geez. Well, we can do 1 damage at a time, and they do 8. So we might as well hit them once or twice, I guess. Suddenly, maybe Burn Deraz was a good idea.
Suddenly feels like we might have benefited from burning Deraz. Now, here's something that happens that I didn't properly account for. So, they have full HP right now. Both of them, despite the fact that I hit one target 2 times. I think what happened there is when you change position, everyone heals.
Everyone heals.
I think.
Interesting. So maybe we just have to avoid this combat.
We cannot. The game was very much trying to give us Burn Deraz as like, okay, this will save you. So I think this is now just die, basically.
Well, but we can't go. Oh, are those walls? Those are new wall types? We've died. We should have taken Burn Deraz. Well, lesson learned. Again. Look, it's even trying to tell us. Hint, the blobs are resistant to normal attacks. Use Fireball instead. In desktop dungeons, death arrives swiftly and frequently. If you're already familiar with this game, you can retry the challenge and see about doing better. If you're a newer player, it's recommended that you opt for the formal tutorial dungeon instead. No, we go again.
We retry this one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so it is nice that they actually have like a formal tutorial outside of this.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, no, I healed them back up. Again.
Wow, interesting. So is it seeded?
This one is seeded. This challenge definitely is. It's clearly trying to teach us a lesson. Specifically, please use the fireballs. They're here for a reason.
But going into a fight, doing a couple hits, and then leaving is still good because you can get them. You can barely heal yourself above death and then get them right to a threshold. So it'll still be useful, even with the enemy's healing. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
That enemy didn't heal when I walked away. You can get...
Maybe because they're undead?
To a threshold. Oh, right, yeah. Did Undead say they cannot heal? That would make sense.
It said something, yeah. So let me describe this mathematically. You're fighting an enemy. Your enemy is in 1 hit range. And you get down to 3 HP, and they do 3 HP in damage, right? You walk away and discover 1 tile to where you'll survive the fight at 1, but you're still killing them because you do more than the life that they have left, right? So you can still play around healing in the event where... Does that make sense now?
Yes. Yeah. No, I've been assuming that when I move a single tile, everyone just heals back to full rather than heals by the amount that I'm healing. Okay, we'll pay attention because maybe that's true. Maybe it is a full heal. If so, that changes the strat that we thought we had pretty significantly. You get burned.
Burn.
Okay, so burning takes additional magic damage when attacked.
Oh, nice. So now you can smash. Nice. And then does MP regenerate while we walk around?
Yes, it's also 1 per block.
In addition to healing? Okay. Nice.
You can even see them like jettison themselves out into your inventory from the map. It's a nice little touch there. Health pot for later.
So the question mark indicates something of interest, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Seems to indicate some sort of item. Let's just
Some
take
kind of
that.
key.
Yeah, mana pot.
Nice. Okay, so they've potted us up.
You can cop some of this.
Have you ever been to Dayraz?
It's a nice
Would you
place.
like to go? It's a nice place. It's pretty hot.
Pendant of Mana. Plus 2 to your mana total. This item glows slightly blue when worn, offering a bonus of 2 maximum mana.
Or we can, turn it into 35 essence of something. But wait,
Yeah.
Burn Dayraz
Mm-hmm.
takes 6 mana, no?
Yes.
So this gets us to 2 casts?
It does.
Yeah, we should do it.
Definitely seems valuable for that reason. We can also see the slots are really filling out.
4 slots, okay. Got it. And when you use magic, the enemy cannot retaliate? Healthy boy!
Mm-hmm. Although there may be a modifier that lets them retaliate, but by base they cannot. It's undead. Can it be poisoned physically? Has no blood, will not leave a blood pool. So I don't understand why this didn't heal.
There's nothing that says there, but maybe it's just something you have to learn, you know? Maybe not everything is... Okay, so when you burn, let's see where their health is. So they're at 46. Now maybe go discover that corner tile and see if they stay at... Oh, but we should take advantage of burning now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we can just kill them.
Just give them the smash.
Give them the old bops.
It can be tough in games like this to figure out the right balance of like doing science and playing the route that you know is winning. Because I want to learn more about how enemies regenerate, but I also don't want to just unnecessarily jeopardize the run, so it's a balance. You like try to win, and then you get to a kind of a plateau, and then you try to science, and then you win, and then you science.
Yeah,
A balance of winning and sciencing.
When we've got the challenge done, I think it's going to be a lot easier to science, because then every time we load into a map, it's a new map rather than the same one again.
Right. This is the set map. Sensation Stone, high conversion value. A sensory stone that seems completely inert at first, but yields great rewards after a conversion process. Oh my, it's 150 conversion. So it's just like, by itself, a pretty massive damage increase. Half the way to another. It's cool.
It's interesting though, like what else could I have done with it? Was there something else?
I think the point is that doesn't take up an item slot. I think that's kind of the value, right? It's like an attack item that doesn't take up an item slot. Yeah, I don't know. It says completely inert at first. Was there even a pickup option? It was only convert, right?
No, there was a pickup option. It's just I wonder if it's something like, if I'd taken this to someone else, maybe secrets, exactly.
Yeah.
This Warlock has magical attack, deals magic damage. I wonder if this means he will respond to our magic hit.
Can you like turn on burn day? And then hover and see if we're getting a retaliation?
We aren't.
Nothing suggested, yeah. Which is, they do a lot of damage, 24 damage on these bad guys.
Although thankfully we will level up by killing it.
Nice.
Or not. No, we get to 14, right? Just under the level up.
Meat Man will level us. We love Meat Man. We can just do 2 smacks on that full too, and then we win.
Oh yeah, because it didn't have quick strike, so we could have survived. Well done. Ooh, that's some good damage. It's also worth noting the conversion is it just adds to your bonus percentage. So it's getting more valuable as the time goes on.
Scaling. Yeah. So you're not encouraged to hold and wait until the last possible minute to convert, right? Which would be strategy too. I mean, it would be its own thing. I see why they're calling this a puzzler, you know? Because you're moving around, you're finding that right route. Pendant of Health.
Yeah, I'll take that for a wee bit more survivability, and honestly, it is largely enforced by the fact that the game has already shown us, hey, we're giving you the things to allow you to continue.
This is a tutorial, Rhaps. I think that's why they made the distinction to call the other one a formal tutorial. You know what I mean? This is an informal tutorial. They don't call it a tutorial so it doesn't like doesn't injure your pride or something. I don't know. I don't know why people are scared. Like, just play the tutorial. It's good. Learning is good.
Yeah,
Bleed.
I think people have this idea of a tutorial is a text-focused way of trying to get you to understand the information the game is trying to give you, rather than like the first level of Mega Man. Yeah.
So many references, so much like it just was a textbook. It's not really for learning from; it's for referring back to.
I still remember the era of blockbuster video games, and oh, sorry, do you have the manual as well? Oh, because I'm not going to understand how to play it without the manual, you see.
Yeah.
I gotta go do some research for the game I'm gonna play tonight, Teak.
Hopefully I can go to the web store so that I can go to game FAQs and go look this up. Yeah, 100%.
And then I can print off one of these 400-page FAQs on a dot matrix printer.
Yes. Did you do it? You did it.
Yes.
You did it.
100%.
You did it, Goku. Yeah, man. I'm worried that this is so tangent. I actually really had this thought the other day. Sometimes I say I had this thought the other day, and what I really mean is I literally just now had the thought, but it sounds more epic if it seems like I've been thinking about it for a while. But I really did think about this the other day, which is that I was going online because I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise a lot and really enjoying it. I was going online and I was trying to look up just to see what are people thinking? What weapons are good? What kind of pathing, or how are people playing this game? And what I noticed was a distinct lack of any search results other than YouTube. And it made me wonder, is the era of the text-based, handcrafted, lovingly made passion project guide over?
Yes.
Is it done? It's over. People don't do this anymore, huh? Or rarely, right? Like someone's doing this, but...
So it exists in some places. Like you'll see, a Steam guide, for example.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably the location I've seen the most in recently. GameFAQs doesn't really have things that have been added since 2008, basically, for the vast majority of games.
But they were so good. I loved that when I was younger, to be able to go, because you can approach it at your own time and speed when it's a written guide. You can go in and be like, no, I just want to learn about this one character, or I already read this over the weekend, but I want to refer back to this one part. Like, what do I do in chapter 2? And it's very hard for me to do that with YouTube videos. It's hard for me to use a YouTube video as that kind of guide. Not to say the content isn't valuable. It would be so self-destructive for me to suggest that YouTube content isn't valuable while I'm recording a YouTube video. But like there's place for both, but maybe it just doesn't sell anymore. Maybe it just doesn't search,
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because you'd think some part of it would be, oh, there's like an instantaneous part to the video. Like I'm going to be able to get through it faster. Like it's, a 14-minute video versus a 500-page document.
Right.
Wow, this is going to be so much more useful. It's going to be quicker for me to navigate, but it's actually way slower, because even if the person who made the YouTube video has like included a bunch of timestamps and things like that, you can't control F through the script.
Nope. You sure can't, and so you just have to watch it, and then you end up writing your own guide, right? So we should make text guides, Rhaps. What I really want is for us to spend more hours working and to make less money. So
Perfect.
I think we should write more text guides.
Perfect. Because they haven't figured out how to put an ad in the middle of a text guide, just a .txt yet.
They'll hide it in the ASCII, man. Okay, so what do we have, a goat man?
One final thought on that is the other times that I have seen like a large guide written, almost all of the time it's been accompanied with, and here's my YouTube video series on this guide.
Right. Thanks for visiting this project. You can see me play the game over here. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Maybe we do have to be the change. I like the text guide.
This is a very sick goat. It deals damage, friend. We cannot kill it as we currently stand.
Okay. Well, we do have Burn Day. Dayo. Which, if we stack up a couple Burn Day, then it's burning. And we can science out the healing here a bit, I guess. Burn Day. And then if we swing, we don't die. And then we walk away, heal.
Interesting. So the enemy doesn't have first strike, but if we swung on them, we would still die first. I wonder if first strike is determined by the comparative levels of the characters, and then first strike after that as a modifier.
Maybe that's smart because we're lower level than them, so they just get to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It did heal back up, but it didn't heal up its entire.
In full.
bar.
Yeah. Oh, but we lost the burning in doing so. And so now we can't quite kill it, huh? But we can burn it again.
Ah,
but we need a little,
yes. Good old plan.
We need a little bit more health to be able to swing at it.
If only we had some sort of a way of, oh, we got more health.
Yeah, let's go. Some kind of mechanism to make health is what we need.
Some sort of potable. Oh, God, those are the only words I can think that start with those 3 letters. But something in that realm.
Yeah.
Trophy is what you came here for. Grab it and let's go.
Congratulations on making it through your first dungeon. In case you're still uncertain about some things, we'd like to offer you the guided tutorials before plunging you into the full game experience. Otherwise, feel free to move on to the more complicated play scenarios straight away. I think we should go. I think we figured out enough. Enemies heal, but not in full. Some don't. Some of the enemies are different. Here we go.
We can find out more about those mechanics over the course of playing through the rest of the runs that are going to be encased in this episode. But for the moment, the aftermath. Many perished in the days and weeks following the attack. Some were slaughtered by cave denizens. Others became trapped or lost. Stronger survivors prevailed against the darkness, banding together to establish a crude outpost in the heart of the wilderness.
I need Empire Earth sound effects to punctuate this story, please.
There's a little bit of a kind of like mandolin kind of going in the background, maybe.
Oh, really?
Something
Nice.
in the area of mandolin or sitar.
Okay.
If this fledgling settlement is to survive beyond its first few weeks, its people will need a reliable and well-trained force of heroes to keep enemies at bay. This is where your job begins. As the elected administrator of this rabble, it will be up to you to expand the settlement and recruit the heroes needed to defend your people.
What a title, the administrator of rabble. Like that. Speaking of what I want to be when I grow up.
It's a hell of a job title.
It is. May I this man? Wow,
Please
this
do.
man's got the ears.
Most honorable administrator, I've been elected by the good people of this settlement to tell you what to do in order to tell everyone else what to do. You may consider me an advisor of sorts. Your new position gives you responsibility over our collected funds and efforts. This represents the resources we've managed to scrounge together so far. 150 gold. Your current task is ensuring our survival, so I recommend investing our limited funds in training and arming some real defenders. Click on the outpost over here.
Guild, level 0. It's time to move up in the world. Click here to open the upgrade panel.
Okay, so there is some kind of dungeon building meta game element. Got it.
Upgrade this structure by clicking on the helpfully labeled button here. This will allow us to start recruiting our first available hero type, the fighter.
Get him.
Job done.
Is this going to be in the same voice as yours?
I don't think so. I think this is the narrator.
Administrator, remember this moment well, for you've just taken your first tentative steps down a long and glorious path. Under your guidance,
the advisor wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, it seems a bit more tongue-in-cheek than this. These survivors will build a kingdom to challenge the gods themselves.
Do we really fight gods in the end?
Seems like it.
No spoilers or anything, bro. But like, do I get to fight gods though later on?
I just don't, I wish games just had like a dot point on their Steam page. Do I get to kill God in this game? Yes or no, right?
It's just a basic feature question.
It's like, can you pat the dog, but can you kill the god?
Wait a minute.
Admirable clicking and spending, noble administrator. You've just unlocked the fighter class. These hardy warriors are superior to common guards in several ways. They excel at hunting down opponents and gaining experience quickly.
Admirable clicking and spending. You really did it.
It is very self-aware of a game. Quest unlocked, trophy hunting. Oh, this one is you.
Administrator, our scouts have discovered some monster lairs in the surrounding area. it is time to take the fight to them. Let's have our heroes load up and move out. They can return when they have some monster heads and or other souvenirs of victory.
Oh.
Well, hang on.
Whoa.
It's the patchwork that makes me want to go that way, but the kind of I want to go Mad Hatter for it, so.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like an interesting prospect. Oh, sorry for butting in. We'll chat later. It's very Mad Hatter. It's got a bit of King Candy in there too. It's the Ed Wynn voice.
There's an old ProZD skit where it's what roles I get based on my voice versus what roles I get based on my face, and it's the same voice.
Yep, it's a comic.
Oh goodness!
It's a common.
Looks like I poop.
Looks like I pooped myself. Oh no! It's a common. Wait, are you not familiar with this one? Ah, if so, I'll hold court for a second and tell you about it.
Go ahead.
So it's a common comic archetype voice based off of an old actor named Ed Wynn. I believe he was for the first Mad Hatter, right? And it kind of grew out from there into a bunch of different areas. It might not be Mad Hatter. Don't quote me as to the specific origin.
That kind of
Ed
role.
Wynn.
That kind of okay.
And then it became like a common comic voice effectively, and a lot of people have their own version of an Ed Wynn, right? So like the King Candy is Alan Tudyk doing an Ed Wynn, but putting a little more pepper on top of it. Just make it a bit more, you know? That kind of thing, right? It's the fluctuation, and then Choose Goose in Adventure Time does it as well.
And,
if you'd like to see these treasures, you need to take these tape measures, things like that, right? For the Choose Goose and stuff like that. But you'll see it pop up all across the place. I love it. It's one of my favorite voices to do. I actually have it for one of my D&D characters at the moment.
I have no practice with this voice. I can only laugh. Oh man, that's a real thing though. You know, that's that you got the voice because you've trained it. You've been training on that voice, which makes me wonder about our life choices. You know what I mean?
I love it. Honestly, there have been many times, currently and for a very long period of time, singing off camera has been kind of like my vocal warm up, vocal cool down.
Yep.
Just something that I kind of work on in my own time for the sake of my voice. And it's helped me in a bunch of different ways, but I've also done that at times where I'm like, I don't want to sing today. I'm just going to do voices into the direct monitor and just check it consistently and try and get closer.
Hear what it sounds like. Yeah. It's fun. It is fun. I was being mostly kind of self-deprecatory because it's super, super useful in our career and also just fun as a party trick to be able to have more voices. Truthfully, I spend most of my time in the shower making didgeridoo sounds. So I spend less time learning voices, but my didgeridoo is mad dank, so that's good.
You got the mouth trumpet on lock.
I can make some sounds with the mouth space for sure. Okay, so we have to click on one of these things?
Yes. Do you have an ideal here? We've got a Vince's Vault easy, Badlands easy, 1,000 Cuts easy.
Well, what our advisor says is,
are you ready to send someone on their next adventure? Just select a dungeon and we'll get to filling out your hero's permit form.
We have to have permits. I think that cave above us is very close and needs to be cleared.
Love it.
For the safety of the town, you know? The Cave of 1,000 Cuts receives its name from the dreaded monster lord which resides here. While not particularly vicious, his endurance makes him difficult to kill outright. But that's the same boss we just fought. But it's probably a new, randomly generated Dungan. Dang Dungan.
Yeah, although it is giving us the goat horn as well. But it does say we have a quest here, so I think we're fine to go out on it.
Great. Just confirm your selection here. It's a legal requirement of our selection confirmation committee.
Okay, ears man. All right, choose a race from your one choice.
Now let's go about recruiting your next dungeon hero. You'll need to select 2 things, race and class. For now, just choose the human because, well, nobody else is around yet.
Okay, well, it knows.
A wise and excellent non-decision, mighty administrator. Now select the fighter.
we have a little bit more information now about the fighter. We'd seen previously the human's conversion rate that is here as well, but the fighter has instincts. Monsters of an equal or lower level always have their locations revealed. You get an extra experience per monster kill for faster leveling. And dungeons start with 1 level of standard death protection on the character.
Death protection. So probably we can survive death 1 time, kind of a death door thing.
Something like that, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Your new hero has been bureaucratically cleared. Have them sally forth by hitting the play button.
Sally onward, bravi finger snack.
Bravi finger snack, hell yeah! It's a name and a half right there.
Finger snack. Love.
Yes, nice finger snack.
Okay, well we have burn days, burn day, Deo right above us if we need that. But we can just start keeling. It's cool. We can see all of the same leveled enemies around us as it's said, but it's now that I see what it's doing, it doesn't reveal to us what type they are. It just says there's an enemy here.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna descend.
Check it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can get to the second level without even doing anything else at this point.
Yeah, nice. And then we might as well keep going to this next enemy while we have max health. Wait, what? Okay. Do you want to describe wait, what? Because I might just laugh.
Sure. Swaps places with an enemy, adding a slow debuff so they have no blink, retreat, or retaliation. It strikes second and gives bonus XP.
Slow debuff, blink, retreat, or retaliation. Some enemies bonus XP. What does that mean?
I imagine it hits them with... So the slow debuff, I imagine, is actually all of the stuff in the parenthetical. It's no blink, retreat, or retaliation. It strikes second, and it gives you bonus XP.
But only while the slow debuff is online?
Yes, but I don't know if those even disappear.
Do you want to take it to try it? This is a perfect time to science. Okay. And then just like cast it on Meatman.
Okay, so Meatman has slowed. Doesn't say if that's going to disappear at all. It had disappeared immediately.
Dang. So you want to do it right from... Okay. So maybe debuffs by default last 1 round per stack. That's what we've seen with other things like burn. And it seems like you trigger rounds even by just moving around.
Yes. Definitely appears to be the case. Let's just take out the rest of that Meatman right there.
I wonder if this will be slimes. It ain't. You want to wait what this full to?
Yeah.
Smash. Bonus XP, and we already get bonus XP from veterans, so we can maybe level up really fast by taking advantage of ipso facto business.
And that's what I'm hoping, rather.
Happying.
That's what I'm happying for. Dang, we instantly kill you. Oh wait, that means we just swap first and then do it.
Swap smash. Swap smash is the name of the game.
So,
speaking of swap smash, can we kill these barricades?
Good question. Those appear to be signs to read. Power-ups like this only improve maximum stats and have few short-term benefits, so pick them up as soon as possible. And then we get the Dungeon Hint Writers Guild Memo number 2. Casting Fireball means a free attack. Use it as often as possible, even if you're a fighter. You can also get up-to-the-date information on the character's status effects by hovering over their icons on your portrait. Clicking will show a full effect list.
I love the little flavor icon. I don't know if you saw it there. It said something like, here stands a state-of-the-art dungeon text memo. Dungeon text dispenser.
You should see what it says. That seems like it's a useful thing. Let's go up to this one, which is giving us all the information that we'd already laid out about the different effects of the character and the class.
This is clever, but it's not new. It's fun to see this in a more kind of like core rogue game, because where have we seen these things before? Like the first game that comes to mind actually is Pokemon. You're running into little signs and people all around the world that tell you something about how the game works, you know, kind of second level strategy stuff. And I had not seen that kind of tip in any of our Take a Peek games, but looking back, maybe I wasn't looking in the right place, because you know where those usually are now?
Where?
Load screens. Load screens. All those kind of tips go on load screens, right?
Yeah, it's that part's always weird to
Yeah.
me, especially ever since I got not just the SSD, but now an
But an
M2.
M2.
So I don't
What's a
spend
load
long
screen?
on it.
Yeah, exactly. I never get to read those tips. I remember when Skyrim came out, I had the same thing to where I was like, I load too fast. I don't get to learn.
So what you
Yeah,
got to
that's
do is run Chrome in the other window with a bunch of like really
Smart.
heavy memory leak sites, and then
Just
There you
really slow
go.
it down.
this
Okay,
will
a level
really
3.
hinder it. So
So one hit, flip, and then another?
I don't think we can flip yet, so we'd have to go somewhere else first. But yes, in general, that
Ah.
is how we should approach this. Although I will note,
Mhm.
I just fought a meat man, and I struck him. I swapped position with him. He had 14 HP before I swapped position with him. When I swapped position with him, I discovered 2 new tiles. Those tiles at the moment,
Which healed him.
yes, that healed him out of my ability to kill him. It healed him by 4
Nice.
HP. So I think the monsters heal equal to their level every time you discover a new tile.
Which is what we do too. This was the same for us. We've been
Yes.
healing for 1 per level for okay, which means when you outlevel monsters, then revealing tiles is even more useful to you. Okay. So when we swap with this one, we're gonna reveal tiles, but we'll still kill them because we do 16.
So yes, if they have 16 at the end of this swap, that'll kind of confirm this. Yep.
Bingo. Bingo. We understand the mechanics.
Dungeon Hint Riders Guild member number 1. When fighting monsters, pay attention to the combat indicator on the rightmost panel. If it says death, you probably shouldn't attack. I like that it's conditionally. It's like, it's not confirmed. Probably shouldn't
Did
attack.
you say guild membo?
I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like
Everybody in the
A little
cave,
bit
let's
of
jump and
dungeon.
jive.
Yep. That's amazing. That's like that was on accident. It's incredible.
Ooh, this goblin's the old level 1, but if we ever get an extra EXP, this is just giving us an extra EXP basically every single time we cast it at this point, which is
Yes.
ridiculous for us.
Which means we're outpacing this very, very rapidly. It seems a breakable mechanic. Let me see.
Yep.
2 tiles for sight. Uncovers 3 random dungeon tiles with normal regeneration benefits. Seeks nearby enemies. As in, it'll try to discover enemies nearby and then otherwise go to random.
I imagine so, yeah.
Okay.
We've got 2
Do you
copies
just
of this
want
available.
damage?
I kind of want to just, get eaten.
Get that damage. I don't even
eaten.
know. I think we should turn them. I think we should turn them all into damage. Yeah. We do so much damage now. Yeah. And we still have more stuff up at the base of the dungeon too. Whenever we need to go back there, we left all sorts of little goodie bags back behind. Man, we had
Very
enough for
much
another
did.
Swappy woppy.
The swap is
plan.
so good.
It seems pretty redonkulous. I'm
The
just gonna start
redonkitude
making
is
up words. Redonkitude is reaching a fever pitch at this point. Oh, free demange.
Even
Did you
increase
burn
pace
the
of game.
burn day, Raz?
Yeah.
Brave. What about the resistant enemies?
What about them? What about
We do
it?
3 damage to slimes, Bob.
They're resistant to 90% of damage, so my goal is to do enough that
Do
they die
infinite.
to 10%.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay.
Huh?
We
Gonna
don't
wait
need to
what?
wait what?
Jump.
Unless there's an enemy who steals our spells, which would be a roguey thing to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be entirely surprised to see that, frankly.
Can you convert things after the fact? Have we been able to see that? little
I haven't
monitor.
seen anything that we have been able to convert after the part. It looks like we have the ability to just straight up bounce if we wanted to here.
Yeah, but we should keep keeling. More keel.
Can I please get some... There we go. Give it a good old wait whattin'.
Bingo, bango. And that's a level up. We're level 5. We outpaced everything on this floor with all of our extra bits and bobs.
Yep. If it wasn't for wanting to use wait what for the extra EXP, this is the point in a desktop dungeons level where you're kind of just like, and now I click on the enemies until they die. But I kind of like that we have this extra one to manage.
Ooh.
Hell,
nemesis. It appears as though you've discovered my base of operations. I cannot suffer your presence and allow you to live. Regards, Sir Digby the Goat, who is totally a boss character.
Could fool me, Digby.
Intensify. Could have fooled me, dude.
Let's get
Bottom right, or yeah, bottom left.
Wait, what? Back up. Give you the old business again.
Business accomplished. Consider the business dealt.
I often do.
Cool that you can attack diagonally. I like that.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this, like, to people who have played, like, a lot of Rogue, NetHack, etc., like, I wonder how much of this they look at and go, oh, this is someone who clearly played those games, was inspired by them, and then wanted to do quality of life things surrounding it.
Yeah.
Because it feels like
what's really fun
Yeah.
about this collaborative experience is that I have put in... This is indicating to me that we are approaching a total mind meld. Is that I have basically offered... I think in all this time I've offered like 3 specific movement suggestions, but I also feel completely in sync with the movements that we've made. Like, I'm perfectly happy. Ooh. Oh, wow. The end of the earth. That's the edge of the level, right?
So it's not always the border on the map. Interesting.
Yeah. That's surprising. Maybe to keep you on your toes. But yeah, it's felt like I feel like I'm really liking my role as kind of watching and advising the big strategy and like, should we take this? And that I've never once have I felt like, oh, I wouldn't have made that move. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I
should have never done this. We can swap with the boss.
Just short on
if we kill this one, right?
Yes, because we'll be able to discover up to something there. It's interesting because I'd felt like when we got halfway through the first dungeon, I was like, okay, so it's probably going to be really slow pace if I seek input on each of these individually. But if I leave enough time in between certain more crucial moves and certain more crucial decisions, then yeah, we can do that kind of like more meta kind of thing.
Yeah. No, the pacing has been perfect for me. Like, I feel totally. I definitely feel we're playing together, which is always the goal. But I've told this story before to you and on stream, and maybe even here about playing Morrowind with my friend and kind of that background of playing single-player games as a 2-player experience. And so my comfortability continuum is very wide, all the way from straight up I'm just watching you play to I move, you shoot, and like everything in between, you know? This is very comfy. Dude, are we level 7? We outpaced this level by 2.
We definitely have.
Way ahead.
We could grab this and go, but what's this? Explore a little more of the dungeon? I kind of want to do that.
I do too. That's an exit. Let's go more dungeon. Wait, so when you take the goat horn, it's auto leave?
Yeah, that does say exit though, right?
Let's go more dungeon. More ding dong.
Maybe it's a press your advantage, push your luck kind of thing.
But we are strong.
There's only one enemy on the map that is equal to or lower than our level.
Good day, sir. But you know, it might be this. You know what? I bet this is. This is like it's very classic dungeon crawler, like secret area. Basically, right? You got one little place, and so what? How do you get to this enemy? Is this enemy just a bluff, or is there a breakthrough wall? Can you teleport? Maybe there's another secret way down somewhere else above.
It is frankly impossible to know. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a character that just had the ability every so often to break a tile. Like we saw, the default character in Dream Quest had basically that ability.
Yep.
But
is there another ladder, or maybe there's a hidden ladder tile?
This one says exit. When you're ready to leave, where getting cut off from the exit will force you to surrender the entire dungeon run.
What about like, if you go to a random empty tile, does it ever say anything in the bottom corner?
Nope. Just gives us our inventory if it's blank.
Because I was looking at like over below the blood piles in that left column. How to describe this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like right in there in those 3. Because that would be approximately where the ladder would be if we could get down to that enemy. But I'm not seeing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like a brush the dirt off kind of situation, or maybe you would have to use Lamisi, and that would reveal. Actually, that could have been a good use for Lamisi, is to maybe it has a secret interaction for searching for for secrets.
Yeah, because then it would have to reveal the tile of that monster, which at least is a little bit more information. Oh, so the event log is showing the individual pickups, the individual combats as well, and the level points as they occurred.
Dude, we crushed that dungeon.
Hell yeah.
That did not feel... For administrative use only. G, G, A, 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 G, G.
Gag. It's the common thing that we all say after a success.
Nothing says successful dungeon like gag.
Victory! Your hero parades through the smutty street of your rapidly growing settlement, Rhaps. Goat horn clasped in one mailed fist. Rose petals and jubilant shouts alike fill the air as townsfolk come out to celebrate. Amidst the glee, a lone figure approaches you as you recline in your administrative's parade viewing chair.
What
Hi
is the growing
there.
sentiment, Rhaps?
I can't help but notice that you're noticing the sheer amount of fun you're having with all the chunk of monster skull. I happen to have a business proposal related to that. This may seem rather forward, but I was once a renowned taxidermist in the surrounding regions, and I know of a lot of very rich buyers who would love a mounted beastie head of some kind hanging over their fireplace. Bragging rights, too. Long story short, I'd like to buy that trophy from you. I've gold right here. This new kingdom needs some kind of regular income, right? Well, work with me, and we can build an entire economy based around hunting and slaying evil. I'm pretty sure that this will turn into a long and mutually profitable relationship.
And so the sentiment of mutual profitability grew. You sold the goat horn, and you gained a new business acquaintance? Question mark?
150 gold. I mean, yeah, they're a business acquaintance. They're a mean to an end. They're a facilitating factor of the 150 gold that we're going to be using to upgrade the rest of the town. We also have the guild expansion. There's more than one way to slay the average dungeon monstrosity, and the kingdom's population is one of diverse talents and interests. Magic users, holy men, and even common cut pursers are interested in fighting the good fight, especially if there's money involved.
That's true for people. I do like the dice in the corner, by the way. I like that. Hiding up in the top left. I get the
It feels
feeling
like a
that
desktop.
it really does. It really does, right? Like it's popping right out, like it's a minis kind of game.
Monster trophies are a valuable source of kingdom income. Let's put that money to use by building ourselves a second guild.
The trouble with coming up with new voices on the fly instead of having a large portfolio of practice voices is that they always are changing. But this man is approximately the same region of man. We're quite sure that he's from the same extended universe.
The weird thing is, though, that's not actually a benefit to having a broad repertoire of voices, because what happens is anytime I get prompted for a new voice, like, you know, when someone asks, what's your favorite movie? And you're like, I've never seen a movie, right? There's too many options.
Yes.
And
yes. Although
as a
I
result,
can't answer that one.
You just end up with an instantaneous answer. Actually, what is your favorite movie, if you have an answer for that?
I historically have said that my favorite movie is Pulp Fiction, but I don't actually think that's my favorite movie. I do like the movie quite a lot, but I think it's more of the social experience around the movie, you know, seeing it multiple times, just liking Quentin Tarantino, because I do. I think my favorite movie is Pan's Labyrinth. That movie is really incredible. I think that movie's really good.
I really need to see that. There was a period of time where I thought that was... there was a period of time where a lot of kids' fantasy books were being translated into films, and it came out in an era with a couple of those, and I mistook it for one of those. And it wasn't until...
there was the one with the bridge, the mystical
Bridge to Terabithia.
Green... Yeah, it was totally the same time as Bridge to Terabithia, and you saw that, and you're like, yep, nope, I'm not watching any movies for a year.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially after the end of that. It was very like, I don't. I'm fine for media for the rest of my life, I think. But it was exactly Bridge to Terabithia. It's remarkable that that's because I knew in my head that's the reference I want to make at this point, but I was like, maybe that was out by a year or two. Anyway,
I like to call my brain a steel sieve. it's like it's remarkable what goes through it, and it's super remarkable what I remember, but it's always random.
It always happens to be the useful point of information in my experience with that so far. But it's one that I mistook for that, and it was only after I heard that Jodie Foster had won the Oscar, I think, for it.
For a bunch of stuff, a bunch of people won stuff related to Pan's Labyrinth. It was well rewarded.
Really
that was like what's the director is
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro, right? Yeah, that was kind of his breakthrough piece, wasn't it? Did he have some big stuff before then?
Yes and no. I'm pretty sure he was trusted with the Hellboy franchise before that, although that tanked.
Oh gosh. Yeah. See, this is where I have to lean on you, because I'm really bad actually at remembering celebrities and directors and stuff. I know the pieces, I know the media, but I'm bad with the meta.
Yeah,
okay.
I loved the Hellboy's initial ones, despite the fact that they were.
I've never seen them.
And then disappeared. Anyway, sorry, we've taken a detour from the game for a bit.
This is, but I think that this is actually very telling to the game experience, because what did it say? It says on the Desktop Dungeon site, the perfect coffee break game. Fight your way through fantasy dungeons in as little as 10 minutes, and that's kind of led to our social interaction too, which is like. Bomb, do the dungeon, have a conversation, drink some coffee, bomb, upgrade the town. It has got a nice rhythm to it.
It definitely does.
Feels good. Okay, we are going to learn about priests.
Upgrading this structure will give you priests. They're reliable slayers of the undead with impressive health buffs. Upgrading this structure will give you wizards.
The wizards are in a well? Is that a foundation?
Maybe. Yeah, it's probably the foundation for a building, I imagine.
Okay. They start off with a free fireball. Lower mana costs and other abilities make their glyph use much easier.
Oh, they call them glyphs. Glyph.
Upgrading this structure will give you thieves. They excel at squeezing extra value out of dungeon resources and deal a little extra damage to unsuspecting opponents.
Select a building to upgrade now. Thieves, please.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Sneaky Teak. All right? You got to stay on brand.
We get to eke out the extra value. It's asking us to do what we're already in the process of learning to do better, basically.
That's right.
Our brave new kingdom is still in grave peril. The denizens of nearby dungeons are breathing down our necks. If a brave hero wanders in and slays the leader of each area, the rest should be demoralized not to scatter.
Oh my. I have a lot to tell you today, Administrator. Most autonomous and independently thinking Administrator. I believe you learned enough to start performing kingdom duties in whichever way you see fit. I'll still be on hand to advise you when new matters come up, but from here you may consider your decisions and opportunities somewhat more open. Have fun.
Will do.
No fun, please. Bring back the help. Bring back the advisor.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely didn't over-tutorialize.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Quite pleased with how it was, actually. Can we see anything about the thieves here? Yes, we can. Okay.
Stabber.
Stabber deals an extra 30% damage to enemies with full health.
That's what it means by unsuspecting victims. Right, because how do you backstab in this game? There's no sense of facing, really.
It's got Hoarder, 33% more items just spawn on the map itself, and all mana health potions restore both.
Whoa. Bronze Challenge. In the kingdom's seedy criminal underworld, not even the faintest whispers of fortune remain uninvestigated. It is said that Lord Sillyname possesses a mighty and unique treasure, and it is your plan to take it. Defeating this challenge will earn you 150 gold. So there's challenge levels for the classes?
Appear to be individually. Should we go into
those are multiple
another
thieves, no?
base dungeon or go for it? Sorry?
So the classes... Oh, these are different thief classes. They're like class evolves. Thief, rogue, assassin. Got it. We probably have to upgrade the building to get the other classes. Is that the deal? Okay, so we need money.
Looks like we get the rogue with the second level of this. And the ability to bet on the boss. Market value.
That's
of the
cool.
All right. Do we want to try and take on one of the challenges, or maybe throw into a area to explore the thief a little bit first?
I am putty in your hand. Whichever your soul demands, take me to that land and help me understand.
Will definitely do.
Rhapsody man.
I think we go human thief into Vince's vault. There's kind of like the flavor fit of a thief going into a vault.
Going into a vault. I like that.
Keras
my.
Demighty.
Demighty. No more finger snack. That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we just immediately do a bagrillion damage to this lad if we wanted to. Just kill him off, right? Do we want to take fireball this time, or are we just gonna leave it? Here's a question. Does our ability do 30% extra damage of any type, or is it 30% extra attack damage?
That's a great question. I think there is one way to find out by taking 5 day raz.
Yeah.
Just seeing.
Because pretty quickly our base damage will outpace fire to raz, burn to raz, but for now it's more, so we can benefit.
Okay, so it's doing 11 damage here.
So we are getting 30% more because the base is 6.
Yeah, but
base is
30%
4?
more. How is it? Oh, per character level. Okay, so it's taking 8. And
This
then
is leveling up.
Then right, so it's taking 8, and then the extra 30% is getting us to the 11.
Yeah, 2.4 more. So it's rounding favorably, actually.
Nice.
We'll take that.
I mean, how do we handle this one best?
Do we just win by burn and then attack?
No. I think we can just move out and find someone easier to
we'll heal
bully
up
for a little bit.
Yeah, plus
Or-
we can remember potions give us both. Potions give us both things. So we can take one of these potions and burn, attack, and that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very roguey. You got to use your items if you're a true rogue.
Ooh, we don't even need to.
Nice.
So
It feels weird to not have extra bonus XP. Like we had not only veteran but also the switchy. What was that thing called? Get over here.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Get over here.
Biceps. 2 glyph for plus 30% damage and 3% erode. Strike erodes 3% of resistances on targets.
Oh, okay. So it's what's the name for that in? Like in Astronarch, it's reducing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be some similar effect along those lines. I like the idea of this and trying to stack like multiple 30% increases, 20% increase, trying to get to the point where we're just shiving.
One backstab, right? Yeah. Kill them all at once. Oh, it's the boss.
Hey, adventurer. Hey,
Me?
over here. Yeah, it's me, the Bungeon boss.
Bungeon.
Bungeon boss. Come try and hit me with a fireball, I dare you. You suck.
Regards, Vince the Invincible.
With a voice like that, I guess it's more of a
Yeah, it does have to have a appropriate level of gutturality.
It has to have the appropriate level of bleat. Gutturality.
It's just knocks nerds.
How can we be? Look, I'm a little worried because we have only begun our workday, and my goofitude is already pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is because this is usually like a weekend day for me, and so I'm in full. We've arrived in Goof Town, and this game is giving me all sorts of goof to work with. It definitely has a sense of humor.
is. It does.
The
and
names.
it's self-aware enough that it's not coming across as like over the top, and it's also
try hard.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a realm that like game writing, especially comedy game writing, can really get into from time to time. A lot
Easily.
of time it's quite hit or miss.
Yeah.
But it's
And you're
self-aware
playing the
enough
game
with
and you're
it.
kind of like, oh, you don't have to make that pun again. You know, you could stop.
Yeah, there have been a fair few times that, you know, a game has used a punchline multiple times, and I'm like, I didn't like that one the first time.
That horse is very dead.
Do you think we would be able to cast 2 biceps at the same time and get a 30% on a 30%?
Science. Plus, if we pick it up, can you click on it and like, can you click on it and convert it? By like clicking the convert button in the bottom corner or something? No, it just made you use it.
Oh yeah, I can drag it out.
Okay, so we can convert them later. So that's good knowledge, right? We can pick it up, have it with us.
Although we can only have one of them active at a time, so get out of here.
Oh, okay, so they don't stack. Okay, well, science. Consider the science. We learned 2 things there, valuably.
Nice.
Our backstab is getting pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely makes it seem like stacking up damage in one dimension or another is really good for Thief, right? Like, part of me thinks that you might still take Fireball just as an answer to special enemies, but if you can just get your hit pretty high, just like Veteran, just like the Soldier, then that's going to be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to die.
Nice.
Nice. Level up, too. Nice.
Get him. Yeah, the rest of this for a while is gonna, I feel like, play itself.
Agreed. Well, for us. That's something we take for granted, by the way. That's something we take for granted. This is really not playing itself. Thousands of hours of experience playing similar games is making this play itself for you, right?
That's, yeah, very, very true. I'm taking that for
You've
granted.
built up a framework of how to move around, basic min-maxing, all that kind of stuff. That's practice, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like practice.
I actually, on that topic, just while I'm doing this, I want to say, by the way, for the first time on camera, thank you for your contribution of a question to the window, the transparency channel in the Republic Discord. Link in the description down below.
Oh,
Gave me an opportunity to talk about that kind of off-camera practice, which I would have found
I've been thinking
hard
about
to
it since
do
you
it
opened the
myself.
channel because I was like, oh, I've got to get in there and seed a question. What do I want to ask? But then I made it all. I was like, oh no, it has to be perfect. My question in this arcane Discord channel needs to be the ideal question, or I can't ask it. Which is, this is what you become. If you create enough content, it consumes you. I think can't ask any questions unless they're perfect.
Extraordinarily true.
Yeah, you're totally welcome too. Part of me feels like this is a fun little flavor commentary while you're killing these meat mans. Rhapsody and I interact a lot off camera, and that's because we enjoy interacting. We learn a lot from each other. It helps us make sure that we're warmed up for the videos, and it also reinforces that not everything needs to be content, which is really important actually if you make things like YouTube videos, to draw a line and say it's okay for you to have experiences that you don't record. That's like, I think, actually really critical mental health. But every once in a while we have a conversation to where I do think afterwards, this would be nice for other people to know. There's a way that I think like your audience could really benefit from this kind of meta knowledge. And so that's what I was looking for with the window was, what are some of the things we've talked about your creation process that I think would be fascinating to people? Because you put a lot of time in, man. It's so easy to underestimate how much work goes into YouTube videos. It's a lot. If they're good, if they're done well.
Yeah, because like there's the 2 different degrees of thinking about it. Like, is YouTube content creation exactly the amount of time that each of the video takes in terms of work? Or what exactly is the kind of split in those kinds of things? And it was a really good opportunity to be able to actually talk about those kinds of things on a more like, I'm holding court to talk specifically about this, and I don't feel self-conscious talking about it because I was asked.
Somebody asked.
So
yeah, I don't have to bring this up myself. Yeah. No, I appreciate having the space for it. So what did Wanna Fight do? Wanna Fight?
Yes. Wanna Fight? Summons an existing enemy, adding a slow debuff to them.
It's here.
So the only existing enemy on the map at the moment is Vince the Invincible.
Who's a boss, who seems to have resisted the slow.
Yes. Magical resist 50%. So is it resisting 50% of magic damage or 50% of magical
50%
effects?
of Yeah, maybe it just resisted that. We should try to fight more. Let's keep trying to fight him.
Let's
I guess
do
it doesn't
that.
really matter if we get more experience, right? Because this is the end of the dungeon.
Yes, at the moment, but later on, I believe there will be multiple levels.
Yeah.
Let's explore a little bit more of this dungeon.
Dungeon.
Wanna fight?
Wanna fight? They dropped a sword? Whoa!
A mighty
Fine sword. Nice.
By the looks of it, it could add about 4 base damage or so.
I love. It looks like it's worth about 4 damage.
Ah, it's just
Is that
not
how we were
allowing
supposed to get that other enemy that was off screen? Something like wanna fight?
That may well have
That's
done
what it was, right? That's what it was. Because look, this is the same setup. That enemy might not have been down here with us. They might have been in that corner cell. See where there's a space?
And we
Yeah,
got the sword
bet-
for
I bet
having
that's
killed them. So yeah, it was exactly as you're saying, right?
It's kind of a
way
challenge room. Yeah.
utilizing that extra
Yeah.
value. That's cool as hell. Let's get rid
That
of
makes me feel systems. That makes me feel systems.
Feels systems. Okay, I want to fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, this didn't get
Smooth, but-
slowed.
Crunchy.
It's allowing me to cast it each time, but it's doing nothing to the boss. So I imagine it just doesn't count bosses as same
Yeah.
monsters.
So I guess we'll just have to fight the old Fortune way.
Get another goat horn.
Goatus.
Whoa, hang
Goat
on.
horn and go.
That's the exit, of course. I don't know. So we're getting 10 gold. I think it might be at the end of the dungeon if I'm holding these still. So I'm just going to pick those up.
Smart. Might as well. I mean, you're not really playing as a thief if you don't go back and pick up every random scrap of nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have I asked you this before? When you played like a traditional 3D RPG, do you, on a scale from why would you look in barrels, they're full of nonsense, to I cannot leave a room without opening every barrel, where are you?
Cannot leave a room without opening every single barrel.
Okay, so kindred spirits. That's good. That makes me feel seen.
It's the only way to do it, unfortunately for me, because if I miss any of those, immediately I'm thinking that's the one that had the unique item. That's the one that would have triggered the side quest that would have been hilariously good. That's always got to be the one.
But so you know what I think is really funny about this? That is a trained response. If we have never played a game in our life that said, hey, random trash cans can contain legendary items,
Yeah.
we would not have that response because we would be like playing games and opening trash cans and finding trash. But there was that one time in Pokemon that was the place where you got leftovers. And because of random spawn tables in Morrowind, sometimes you get a rare ring from a crate. And because of those systems, like, we have to check every barrel. In a different world, barrels contain nothing or like water. And then we wouldn't do this. So unfortunately, we live in a land of magic.
It's interesting you should say that, because I've been thinking about this recently, because I've talked with Teak a little about this off camera, and I mentioned it in an episode that's not gone up by this point, actually, so new information otherwise. I've been straight up no-lifing my way through Horizon Zero Dawn recently, staying up until 4 a.m. pretty much every morning, just playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Really, really enjoying it. But I got to a point where I realized in that game, it isn't... So in my brain, I was thinking about it as like different genres. Like, there is a genre of game that will have those kinds of things, will reward that kind of exploration in that way.
Right.
And then there's a completely different version that is just like, it's a way to get, base materials that get put into something else. Like, think you're, I was going to say Fallout 4, but they do actually have as kind of a holdout from the rest of Fallout rather.
But I know what you're saying. In some games, I will never find a legendary item in a crate. It will only be basic materials. Yeah.
And I got to that point in Horizon Zero Dawn where I was like, I'm looting absolutely everything, but I'm not getting rewarded for it in unique ways. So can I start avoiding them?
I'm gonna maybe stop. I'm just not gonna go.
But I feel like part of me would inertially still just continue doing it.
It's hard. It takes training. I remember when I was playing Borderlands 2 a lot, learning to speed farm bosses for items because I did it. You didn't have to do it. I played on PC. You can just cheat items in if you want to do that. I did that too. But learning to speed farm bosses requires you to learn to quit taking everything, or you'll take your speed farm time and you'll triple it, right? You have to just get to the boss, only fight the boss, and check real quick visually if you got your legendary, and if not, you leave. And so I had to like train that behavior. It was hard for me at first. It was like actually uncomfortable.
Yep.
But then I felt that I was able to experience more joy because of it. So yeah.
It's weird because you talk about it from the perspective of doing the grinds for those in Borderlands 2. The one that started breaking it for me, because it was just the habit. That was just what I would always do. I would go down the line. If the main story is here, I'm going to turn around and go in the other line. Just trying to avoid it at all costs. But then when I started watching a bunch of different games being speedrun, and games that had legendary items or not legendary items, just broadly, I was really interested in speedrunning across the board for a really long period of time. Still am, but just to a lesser degree, not watching as much of it. But what I came to realize, and sometimes it's based on the specific release that's being covered a lot of the time. But something that I started to realize is that what I would usually do at the start of the game is try and loot absolutely every lootable, right? And then go, but this is gonna give me a steadier base, and then I'm gonna be able to take off. Like I'm gonna be benefiting from this. But it's far more of a benefit to just get deeper into the game, because then the items are better, and then you skipped a whole bunch of stuff, right? That isn't necessarily super engaging to just go through every location after completing the enemies, looting every individual thing, and then managing your inventory. So yeah, that was the part that started breaking it for me on my side.
I think there's an amount of being self-honest with what your actual goal is. Are you trying to optimize for time, or are you trying to optimize for some particular view of time? Because it might just be joyful to loot everything, and that's something I play Monster Hunter very inefficiently. I do all the little stuff that I could just skip and get to the end game, but I like it, so I do it.
Yeah, there are some games where the looting is like, it's absolutely adore it,
fun.
And then there's some where I'm like,
the stuff. Yeah.
I could
Path
do
of
without
Exile.
this.
You got to skip some of it. All right, dude. Oh man, this is the perfect. This is the game I'm gonna play the next time I just want to like chill with someone. Discord call. Yeah, it's perfect. All right, new building available. Hail, most industrious kingdom administrator. Wait, I thought I was making my own decisions. Years, man. A local blacksmith, unsatisfied with the extremely poor sales of farming equipment, has a business proposal to bolster the heroes in your kingdom. When you're interested, pay a visit to the supply store.
And they're not even going to tell us to do it, so it is still free for us.
Free for all. It's a free for all.
Do we want to maybe unlock Mage to try and play around more glyphs?
Yes, but also, can we see what the blacksmith is? I'm too curious because it's new. What was that? What was the text? What was the hover over text?
Hover over text of the blacksmith is wrenches and crowbars are cute, but this place will be so much nicer once it moves on to real weapons.
Okay, cool. But we don't have enough gold to do wizards and blacksmith, do we? That's what
we
you're saying.
don't, but we could just go for the thief again. A humble blacksmith in your kingdom has taken note of all recent adventuring and would like to move beyond producing mere farm equipment. If you put some more money into the facilities that she needs, she should be able to set up a small armory for your heroes. It will allow you to buy equipment. Interesting.
I see.
Purchase.
I think we should go wizard first because I want to make sure that in the Take a Peek, we get to see the different classes and we get to, we get a nice broad view of the game. In the Take a Peek, the thing that we're currently in, is there a word for that? Referring to the house that you're currently inside of and building it from the inside out? Is there a rhetorical
Yeah, I think
name?
it's this and then a period after it, and then you just address the rest of it.
And then that's the whole dictionary entry. Got it.
Wizard has magic sense, can see locations of all glyphs from level start. All glyphs are also small items. Interesting. Has magic affinity, glyphs cost -1 mana and donate 10 conversion points to other conversions.
Other conversions. Does that mean you just get 10 conversion points for free? Is that what that means?
No, I think it's all of the ones that you have in your inventory become more valuable to convert when something,
a mechanic.
something like that. Magical
We'll
achievement
see.
starts with burn
Okay.
day raz glyph and faster burn stacking.
So glyph is what they call the thing that you hold that gives you access to a spell.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Appears to definitely be the case there.
Oh, this is the forest. Yeltsix McPeel.
Oh, so when it says small item, it can be included in a bar with 5 other items rather than taking its own.
I see. Big items, small items are the potent potables. Right. But now glyphs also. Makes sense. So we get to have lots of spells then, in theory. And we can see the other glyphs on the map. And so we should try to get to them in short order so that we have more spells. And our
Definitely
spells are
seems right.
cheaper. 5 instead of 6.
They are, but it also... Wait, no, was it 5? I think it was 5 experience for the other characters to get to level 2 as well. I was about to say it takes longer to experience, but...
I think it
that
was
is
5,
true.
yeah. I think I remember that. Because I remember asking, does the 3 mean we're getting 3 experience? And you explained, no, it means we're going to 3 experience. It's describing where we're coming from and where we're gonna go. What's this glyph?
Getting down.
Get in there. Get in there.
Oh, grants you first strike in your next combat round and 5% dodge chance also.
Curious. You think you can upgrade these?
There is a little box here
I know,
ominously
right?
sitting. I
Because
wouldn't
I'm
be
looking at
surprised.
5% dodge chance and I'm like, 5% dodge chance is cool, but I feel like I want that number to be bigger if I'm gonna lean on it at all. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would have to treat it like it doesn't have a dodge chance all of the time.
Yep.
And
And
sometimes
just
benefit from it.
set it up for bonuses. Yeah.
So should we just like try and stack ourselves with a bunch of glyphs?
Yes, absolutely. We know that we cannot stack the buffs, but we should absolutely just take all the glyphs and see if we can make ridiculous combinations. And figure out what this magic attunement conversion bonus thing is. I still don't really fully get it.
So specifically it says glyphs cost -1 mana. That makes sense. And donate 10 conversion points to other conversions.
Okay, I know what it means. It means every glyph that you... This is what you were saying, but I didn't understand it at the time. The more spells you know, the more conversion points you get out of converting other items. The more glyphs you're holding,
Yes.
each one makes future conversions more valuable. And what does our conversion do? Is it bonus damage like everyone else?
It
or
is still bonus damage because we're a human.
because
So
it's
I
a human.
imagine.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
race.
After this quest,
Got
we
it.
might start getting other characters, other classes.
I want to play as a mushroom.
That could be good.
Mushromancer.
I do like a lot of the kind of like fungal characters and different things. Endoswall. Destroy a dungeon wall. End this wall. Got it. And gain a temporary 20% physical resistance boost. The effect will stack.
So, strategy, my rec is that whenever we're capped out on magic and we know we're about to discover more tiles, we should cast this. Because then we just are opening walls and we get to see if there's any secrets or anything. Concur.
Love it.
Smart.
Even go across there, do the early loot with the locations we know of.
Looting and shooting, man.
Break that one too.
In this wall. Amazing.
Another one.
Okay.
Now, do we
Another
want to
one.
pick up glyphs we don't want to use just for the sake of having conversion be far better? Actually, you know what?
I
We can
mean-
test part of this right now, right? Because this would usually convert for 10. Because it's just a potion.
Right.
It currently says it's converting for 10.
It says it's converting for 10, but what would actually happen?
40. You're right.
Nice. So then we should pick up that glyph and we can convert the extra Indiswall later, right? It's not getting us to a point right now that we need to get to. So we just hold, oh, look what it does. Small items. It takes up a big item slot and it just, that's cool. Cause I was like, once we get to 5, is it going to start using a full big item slot? No. We have lots of little pockets in our big pockets.
Our pockets
We're a
have
witch.
pockets.
A wizard of many functions. Swiss Army wizard.
Causing some Swiss Army strife.
I still need to see that movie, actually. Did you see that? Did you see Swiss Army Man? I heard it's good.
I haven't. No, and it's also one that's on my list. A lot of the
I should see it.
a lot of the Radcliffe projects since
Pretty neat. They've done really well.
Since Harry Potter are things that are just on my list. Also, Elijah Wood.
Really?
Yeah, he took like
He was
a lot
my
of really
hero
interesting
when I was a kid.
projects as well. Ooh, for specifically the
Not
reason
because of any
Frodo?
reason. I just was like, oh, cool, Frodo, Lord of the Rings. And then I was like, why did that make this person a hero? This does not a hero make. My hero should be like Jane Goodall, right? That was my actual hero as a kid. But I just dug Loader, and I thought Frodo was neat. And then I looked back and I was like, why did I pick Frodo? I could have picked Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
It
the
makes
true
me
hero
sad.
of the story.
I don't know why.
And I'm coming with you. Just one of the best moments in cinematic history. Let's get in there.
Get in there. Is this the Summon Mon spell? No, it's another Indiswall. How many of these are we going to get? All's well, that Indiswall.
Apparently a ridiculous amount of them. We've also got all these.
Kill more
extras out here
walls.
I'm just gonna loot.
Kill the top corner. Let's go into the corner. Yeah. Yeah. Smash that.
Okay. Cool.
Smash again. More smash.
Yeah, this is just constantly stacking as well. The maximum is 65% though.
What do we have all this physical resistance from?
Smashing the walls.
Smashing walls? Oh, crap. I forgot that was also giving us a buff. Wow. That's really strong, dog.
Mm-hmm. Especially because, like, if you break a part of the wall and there is wall behind it, you're still discovering 3 new tiles. So sometimes it pays for half of itself.
Yeah. We're just actually playing as a dwarf.
Oh my god.
Dig. Can you think we can just fight this?
Kind of, right?
We can cast Burn twice.
That physical resist might be only for a single hit, and if it disappears, I think then
we might not want to use it in this. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. I was feeling too comfortable on my mighty throne of lies. Yeah, we should go fight more stuff. We can come back.
Okay. You get to live
I know,
for
you
the
wanted
moment.
to take the challenge, right? We'll be back for you soon. My health pool. My health.
I really wish
Cast
we
some
had one
spells.
of the spells that would give us... you're right, we should cast a spell here.
Do we still have... you were right. The Indiswall. We lost it after we got hit. So we kind of want to try to build up a bunch of that like before the boss.
If possible, certainly. Once you first
Seems like
strike.
there's a lot of room for error in these first dungeons. Like, as I'm watching and I'm thinking about lines, I'm realizing that there's a lot of effective lines.
There definitely are, right?
can-
It having a kind of like broader level that you can engage with on the first really gives you the ability to kind of make interesting decisions through your rest of your pathing and stuff. It gets
But
much more complex. quite
Wizard
quickly.
definitely feels like it could be the most punishing so far, just because if you're not taking advantage of your mana pool, like if you're leaving mana sitting, then you probably are losing. We definitely like... It definitely feels like we have to be casting spells to stay ahead, because these level 4s are going to wreck our shop.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be another good place to, like, you know, kill all the level 2s and then walk around and build up a 50% damage resistance and then go in and burn, hit, take that first hit safely.
It gives you a lot more things you have to manage at the same time in terms of the resources.
Yeah. But we're going to get some conversion points soon, too, which will really help. Like, before we start taking these level 4s, I think it'll be a good idea for us to just burn down whatever we can safely burn down, you know? Convert a few items, convert even maybe a potion or two, convert our spare glyphs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I really want to get rid of basically all of those potions as soon as we have all the glyphs.
Right?
We do have all the glyphs as soon as we take this one, so we can then go for all the conversions.
Yeah.
Actually, just gonna pick that up and then go for the conversions. 80. Oh.
That's pretty sick, man. We definitely want at least the potions that we have right now, I think. At least 1 mana potion and 2 health potions, I feel we might actually have to use. But now we're doing 21 damage. There's a damage buff down by Meat Man. Hell yeah.
Get him.
Garbod is the name.
I've been around since Desktop Dungeons Alpha, so we're old friends, Rhapsody. I'm still gonna kick your ass. Just let me land one hit.
Regards, Garbod the... Whoa! He's a goat boss.
Are they all go bosses?
I think so. That would make sense for the DLC being
damage?
goat person. Mm-hmm. Oh man, stacked.
Are you ready to farm some Indiswall before then? And a bunch of mana?
Mm-hmm.
Because we gonna have to.
First
Simply
strike.
can't take the hit.
So good.
Indeed. Maybe burn once and then hit?
No burn needed. Although I should have just used mana to blow things up again. It's going to be impossible to perfectly manage these kinds of things while doing this, though.
No worries. I'm watching. I'm trying to keep us level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen have you seen a door down yet? Probably bottom left corner if there is a secret.
Good point.
Yeah, because it would be nice to with Indiswall, we can get the secret fight. If there is a secret fight here, and there may not be.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like that top left corner might be holding some business. Ooh, found it. Okay, you want to break a couple walls? Hell yeah, baby! We in the money now.
So bright and sunny.
Wait,
we got a
break
lot
more
of what it
walls.
takes to go. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Gotta get the stuff.
Okay, that is the hard limit.
So this area is notably also a ton of health and mana. That might be something that we care about in El Futuro. In
Yeah,
later
they're a good
dungeon.
opportunity to restore a bunch.
Is that top right corner got something in it? Nothing. Okay.
I think
how
we've
do we-
now explored
how do we
towards
do
the
this?
borders of all of these. So now that we don't have as many healing opportunities, right? We can't discover new things. It's only from leveling that we can really heal at this point. So an individual kill gets us 4 experience. It would take 4... a level 3 and 2 level 4s. 3 level 4s, rather, sorry.
Let's convert
to
our
get a
glyphs.
level. Yes. Good
And just
point.
leave ourselves with whatever the most important last things are. Because then all of a sudden we're a damage dealing wizard.
And then you go, and then you go.
Yeah, 40. That's kind of amazing, right?
That's a huge increase.
Are we
Especially
going to be able to get enough experience to level up to level 5 with these other 4 enemies? Definitely,
yes.
right?
So 3, 3, 3. Wait, no, sorry, 4, 4, 4, and 3, right? So we have access to a total of 15. Should we kill all of them? And we have to kill all of them if we want to level at all.
Okay. But we can do so safely, it looked like?
Yeah,
This one's a 2-hit.
This can be a 2-hit, and it's
Yeah.
the same level as us, so we should...
And we can use some mana. Don't forget, we can do a burn and then a hit to make that only a single hit from them.
And may actually well do as well. Day Raz for 5.
Don't forget, I say, helpfully. Don't forget, you're a wizard. Do you know about super
I'm a
effective
what?
moves? You're a what?
38. So 38 by 2 is 72, short of the ability to kill the enemy in
76.
2 strikes. 76, sorry.
One burn, though, and then... Oh, but it'll still take 2 hits, huh? 2 burn. We could use a mana potion here, but I don't think we need to, do we?
Oh,
Down to low.
I know what we do. We just double strike you, take the hits. We go up here. This warlock is going to kill us instantaneously, but if we attack first, we just slay you.
We win, and then we're full on mana, and then we get to engage with Gotus. Now, Gotus destroys us because we don't have any resistance. But, question mark, question mark, question mark. You know what? We can get some resistance. We already found the tech. We go to the corners to where there's just, like, you know, space behind. We dig into the wall and go into it and get the mana back. Dig into the wall, go into it, get the mana back.
So a good opportunity to do that would be here, and this wall destroys that, and then we pop up in that
Boom.
direction, get the majority of it back. So that'll give us the ability to survive one hit from
Right.
Garbard.
But
Even
then we
if we
can
get
like
to
burn.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right, we go
Mm-hmm.
burn,
hit,
and
first strike.
quick strike exactly. So burn, and then the quick strike. I think actually this just does yeah, exactly.
Nice. That was super clean. Yeah, and we could have used some potions, but now the potions are worth money, so.
Mm-hmm.
GG, that was sick. It's a good thing. Okay, I think the biggest thing that I learned there as future tech is that those underground areas are pretty safe. Even when there was an enemy in there, it was like a level 1. It was basically just an item on a stick, right?
Yep.
Meat popsicle. They are basically a ton of free health and mana. And so if we're having trouble in a level, but we find an under area, then we can dash in, heal back, come out, and kind of, do guerrilla warfare for a little bit while we get set up.
Yeah, it plays very well into the thing that I've been constantly harping on for this game is like you're leaving yourself value on the table to collect at some other point in the future.
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe run into a challenge as one of the final things that we do, and then say we've taken a peek?
Do we have enough? Do we have enough to unlock priest and do priest challenge as the last thing? So we've played every character.
I think
Can
we
we
do.
like sell something? Heck yeah.
It's
Okay,
150
perfect then. Yeah. That sounds ideal.
We've done
What
the
is our
3
time
terrible
at?
goat lords. We're at
feel like-
141, so it's relatively
Wow,
short.
that's surprising. I feel like we've been here for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And
We've-
that's why it's a 10-minute game. You see, no matter how
Because
much
the
time
game
you
is
spend
never-
playing it, it compresses.
Yeah. As long as you are in the space of this game, time cannot elapse past 10 minutes. So it never lies.
It's true. I've broken many watches playing this game. Just like it's constantly trying to tick to the next
Whoa.
one, and the game's like, no, this is not allowed. Sorry, this is a 10-minute game.
Does that kind of spring action thing.
Mm-hmm. The vault is getting a little bit full. Expand the confines of the old couch to the spare bedroom. Rumors say that mysterious creatures known as bankers have been sighted in the realm. Right. Okay. And reward is a new dungeon. Sold the goat horn trophy.
Now that you're going further afield, excuse me, advising is tough work. Quests and dungeons are becoming accessible from the map screen. Click on the tavern to prepare for your next adventure.
Ah, I see. We're going to run out of space on our local tabletop. But let's click on Stonehenge, because I want priests. Oh, but we should look at this too, huh? Oh, wow.
The map screen gives you an overview of your kingdom's surroundings and all the dungeoneering opportunities they represent. Click on one of the quest flags.
Venture Capital.
Confirm your quest selection here. No! I want to unlock priests.
Oh, it doesn't want me to go back anymore.
You will go on this quest. Okay, video game, we'll do it. We'll speedrun your quest.
Great. You're now in a dungeon preparation mode. If you change your mind about the quest you've accepted or any other aspect of your hero's creation process, you can jump to the appropriate phase with a simple click.
This man would have said process, but that's okay. Everybody has inconsistencies in their day-to-day.
Right.
Okay, so it's just explaining to us the dungeon, the quest preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have exactly 311 gold right now.
Nice. I only know of that band through the Eric Andre show.
I have listened to a lot of 311. They have their own island. That's pretty rad. Let's unlock. It's like a little baby. Look at the upgrade picture. What is that? Some kind of baby man.
Little baby man.
Little baby man, what's it going to quest?
Are we gonna do a challenge, or do you want to do one of the new tavern quests with the priest?
Good.
I think we'll go for a challenge. I think the new tavern quests are going to be basically just multi-level dungeons,
The
effectively.
same, but bigger. Got it.
Click to select this challenge. We have the base of the priest, which is good health. An extra 3 health is gained per level. Health potions are 100% effective, and physical damage against undead is plus 100%.
Legends of the Zombocalypse. Hopefully this means we get to take advantage of our double damage to kill a bunch of Zombo.
to the Deadites. That's an appreciated reference for someone who named themselves Trash Williams for a recent AI Dungeon episode.
Trash Williams.
Okay.
Potato the Great, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Big boy, baby man. Wait, a heretic is not an undead.
It do look like their name. Heretic is not an undead. Oh yeah, we're not doing double damage to them.
Death Gaze? What's that?
Petrifies attackers with less than 100% health. So we
Okay,
have
we
to
can't
attack
fight
it on
this
full
enemy.
HP. Well, no,
Yeah.
we can fight it once, but then we would have to run away
But
and
then
get
it's
back to full.
and then it would heal, and yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Best to get a little bit more damage online through a conversion or something, and then come back and kill them, right? Just one shot.
Greed if possible.
Affirmative.
Can you please? Okay. Want to fight? I'll take that. I think still.
I think so too. Plus, you know what we can do with Wanna Fight? We
Mhm.
can summon this enemy out of the hallway so that we can get past them.
Is it going to summon a specific enemy or just a random one though? It just says summons existing enemy.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, whoever we summon will go out into the middle. Man, they've all got Death Gaze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, but they're slowed, which only gives us bonus Hex P, right?
Yeah. Oh, it'll
well.
stay slowed until we attack it, so we can go find our damage and then come back for that.
Nice, nice, nice.
Man,
This is quite the little challenge. Well, it did say that it got to be kind of a puzzler, huh? And here we are, puzzling.
definitely
We
feels in
just need
that
to
realm at
find.
the moment.
We might have to use it. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do, right? We go in. We should do the one who's not slowed. Hit him first strike. See if we can work on getting leveled up. Also, if we just start converting stuff, we probably can get to enough damage to start one-hitting these, but I don't think we need to. I'm a wall!
Creates a wall on the dungeon tile. If this targets an enemy, your next kill earns 50% bonus experience. If not, 2 mana is refunded.
Interesting. So I guess it petrifies enemies?
Yeah. 50% bonus experience.
Do you wanna
That's
try
a
it?
lot.
It is.
Can-
It feels tough to use up so much of the like healing, but also we just have to find better engagements, right?
Mm-hmm. Wonder if there's a better way to do that.
Do you want to hit this enemy and then petrify them and then hit them?
Well, that's if Petrify would stop them from first striking. Otherwise, we need to Petrify and get in there.
Which we can do because we've got so much exploration to do, right? Like we'll get our mana back.
That's true. It's really hard to use this much value wasted, right? You'll see in the end screen.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
we'll see it when we get to the end screen. But it tells you how many of your tiles of exploration gave you regeneration that was wasted.
Really? Oh,
yep.
I didn't notice that the previous time. That's actually a really nice stat. Increasingly, I appreciate games that take advantage of just really basic. Whoa.
Oh, so we've petrified the enemy, and that's removed them. We get 50% bonus XP on our next kill.
So we can use, if we get a high enough level, we can use our low level chumps or like these random enemies that we have trouble fighting to get a ton of experience out of a zombo or something
Yes.
like that.
Exactly.
But yeah, we talked about this when we played Astronarch, just like having a basic data visualization system to bring oh jeez, to bring the most important kind of number considerations to bear, right?
Mhm.
The game is kind of giving you this little bit of, hey, this is a good number to pay attention to. This is something that you might care about. Yo, nice. Summon in that zombo. Give him the sauce. Dude, this is this is why they call it a challenge.
No kidding. There we go. Got a second level at least. I love that Wannaflight is just giving us enemies that we can constantly bop with this.
Can we get some extra damage on this? Like, just
We
get in there, give us...
get into
doesn't, right?
doesn't, but if we converted something like Wannaflight or I'm a Wall, we could do it.
Why don't we convert I'm a Wall,
I think so, right?
right? Get the damage, get the kill. Still not enough? Oop. Well, we get the hit and then we get in there and that'll be enough. We waste a little experience, but we got to kill some stuff.
Oh,
Maybe
thank you.
we don't.
Biceps.
Nice. Smart. Now we can get the kill.
That'll do it for us.
Smart. That was like, I was going to say forward thinking, but actually it was backward thinking. You had to consider that spells existed that could help us do this, if only to find them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spoiled by Wizard just showing us where they all are on the map, you know?
It
Where are the
really
spells?
feels lacking when you're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Lots
can't just want to fight this one next to me yet. But I still think I should probably just exploit the hell out of want to fight, but then then this area is just going to be devoid. Does it
But that's
matter?
okay. It's just a bunch of healing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a problem.
Yeah. As long as we're able to... Yeah, we definitely have to snowball somehow, right? Is what we've identified.
Mm-hmm.
Does biceps get us there? Nice.
One
Not
short.
quite. Close, though. So we explore a bit to see if we find an item or like a sword on the ground.
I'd like that, yeah.
Oh, we can kill them. Take these.
We get the level, and then we
This
get
is
to
a
do
big
that to
level.
you. Yeah,
Was
that
that the edge of the map?
huge.
Or is there still more in the top
I
left?
think there is still more, and then that's the edge of the map now.
Okay, so it uses the full space between the books.
At least on this one, certainly.
We're pretty close to killing this vamp already. Man, if we could just get our damage to like 20s.
Yes!
Nice, nice.
So I think Want to Fight definitely seems to target one on your level. Because it was
Yes.
constantly just teleporting to 2s and 1s incrementally.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
And
know
it
if
wants to move them. Because it didn't need to move that enemy. But it did.
I wonder here if it'll fish for a 3 or if it'll give me the 1. Like, is it going to
try.
bias towards enemies that are already on the screen if they are a viable target
Right.
for you? No.
It did not. It pulled that out of the top right corner based on what I saw pop up. So
Mhm.
it really will. It's really hunting for good targets. Man, that's been huge for us.
What is this?
This is the moment. You know what? I'm really glad we did a challenge because this feels the most puzzly of our
Yes.
experiences so far, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what do we need? How do we get there?
This more quickly runs the kind of gameplay experience that I remember from nearer the end of my time with Desktop
Mhm.
Dungeons.
Right.
Um,
Right.
Whereas the rest of it seems like it's setting up the infrastructure for you to get towards that direction.
Right. Right. So, okay. So is that our game plan for the rest of the level is get enough mana, want to fight plus biceps, kill something. Get enough mana, want to fight biceps, kill something.
It seems like it's doing okay, but is it going to do okay forever? We have this vampire here, which appears to just be attacking us when we move.
Oh, yikes. So let's get out of there.
Right now, my screen is telling me no matter what action I do, I am dead. Which I don't
can
understand how that happens.
Okay,
Oh,
then how much damage do they do?
No, I just had them selected, so it was just telling
Okay.
me the
I was
fight
like-
stats for them constantly.
I thought that was something that didn't happen. In fact, it was something that doesn't happen. Ooh, we summoned a human. Oh, crap. And we summoned them. Oh, we can go diagonal, so we're fine.
Yes, we're all good to do that. It's just their whole killing us situation that I'm not exactly a fan of. Oh, right,
Yeah,
because
so
we're
we
not on
should ignore
100% HP.
Yeah, yeah. Go kill some, we should kill these level 1s. We're never going to summon them. They're in the way. There's some free experience.
I thought lifesteal would have meant that they would have healed off of us whilst fighting, but no, it's literally if you discover a vampire, it steals 40% of your life force.
Oh, wow. Okay, so exploring around is a bit dangerous. And that's why we keep losing life. That's why we keep going down to 24.
Mm-hmm. Does it again.
That's the magic number.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Bad Ash.
Oh, so you want to stop the zombocalypse? Bring it. Your 100% bonus versus undead won't work against me.
Regards, Bad Ash. Okay.
Some part of me
Dude.
was expecting like a kind of evocation of Bruce Campbell's voice, and then to have what may be the polar opposite instead immediately happen. Just delightful.
It's comedy. Oh man.
You die. Just because you can. You too. Because it doesn't seem like I can get them with wanna fights anymore. Okay. Then
Hey, we
this
leveled
one's
up.
still not dead yet, but it does die
But
on a
they
biceps.
can be. Yeah. Hell yeah. And now we can start killing level 4s, including the Zombo in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Bada bing, bada bang.
Really
Do
start
we do
popping off
enough
in
with
terms of
biceps for
value?
level 4? We don't,
No.
right?
Yeah, it's 30%
So we
extra
should-
damage.
Maybe we go discover a couple tiles in the bottom corner and try to summon that Zombo, who we will kill.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like, I think that our general strategy is kill undead on level, kill cleric or occult, humans below
Mhm.
level.
Seems a reasonable approach, definitely.
That's my intuitive read on what seems to be working here. Oh man, still not quite enough, huh?
Yeah, not kidding.
You know what we haven't seen though? We haven't seen any perma buffs. We haven't seen any more glyphs or anything, right? Another
Yeah.
conversion here would be massive.
Would definitely be. What? We've got 40%? I don't remember trashing 400 conversion points worth of stuff. Oh, biceps.
Yeah.
10%. 10% and then 30%
there's the
extra
30.
with
Yeah,
the biceps,
yeah. Good call.
Guess we can still get the kill on you. Wait.
Wah.
There we go. Wee bit
Nice.
safer. Want to fight?
I love that we're just running around the map and yelling, "Fight me!"
Who wants to fight? Who wants to
fight? At all these vampires who are like, "Can you quit yelling, man? Like I'm
This-
basically Bat."
This
It's
is my
pretty loud.
home. I
This is
don't
my
understand
home.
why you've come in here just asking for a. I mean, I'm gonna have to fight you at a certain point. Someone comes into your house and just
One does not
just
sit in
wants
their
to
own
fight.
home and get repeatedly provoked. But I do wish that you wouldn't.
Take that. We take those. Feels like I'm
My
wasting so
brain
many
is
rooms worth of value.
spinning because I was talking about comedy and there's a word that I can't recall. And it's very weird to me when I cannot recall a word that's part of something that I've said multiple times. You've got
Mhm.
like a phrase that you use to help explain something to people.
Mhm.
And I often help people understand comedy as X, where X is basically establishing expectations and then subverting them. That's the word I wanted. Subversion of expectations. But for whatever reason, subversion was just not a word that my lexicon had access to in that very moment. And so rather than engaging with, fruitful discourse about the video game, I spent the last 5 minutes staring into the abyss and trying to remember the word subversion, which is really maybe the best look into my mind that I can give.
I am so familiar with this. The way that I usually do it is a lot of the time I've got like a train of thought that I'm trying to follow through the course of a sentence, and I'll run across a word that I can't remember. Like in this instance, let's make it subversion. Like comedy is it's a setup followed by a subterfuge, a sub basement, and just I will get so many words that are adjacent to it, like adjacent
by
either
spelling, by syllable, by meaning.
sometimes by meaning as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm capable of thinking all of the connections to the word, but it becomes the blind spot.
It's kind of like you're playing Slipways and you probe and it like reveals all of the star system except for right in the middle. There's like the one black hole right in the middle that you just don't. You've got to colonize it all if you want to take advantage of that asteroid, baby. You've got to go colonize all of those industries before you're allowed to exploit subversion. Is that a dog?
It does appear to be a dog.
Can you even fight it? Go visit it.
I'll visit it in just a second. I do wanna.
I want to know what it does.
Yeah, biceps doesn't get that kill yet, but
It doesn't. It's not gonna fight you. It doesn't have a. Pepper the dog. Arf, arf. It's Pepper the zombie dog. Loyal but fragile. Your attacks deal 10% bonus damage, and Pepper can be consumed to mark a creature as undead on your next strike. Consumed. Arf, arf. You consumed the dog, dude.
Can we start a new Twitter? Can you consume the dog? Can we get that? I thought I was just gonna bring up an option menu about it, but no, just straight up
No.
consumption.
Well, I guess we got the damage online, and now our next hit makes an enemy undead. So that's
I just
good.
love Potato the Great, like looking up into the skies, trying to divine information from the god that is going to be controlling their actions, and in that circumstance, we will be said dog controlling said god rather controlling said actions, and just looking up into the sky and going, "What? Oh Lord, what do you want me to do with this dog?"
What do I do?
Well, it says you can consume it. Consume it? Home. Just like instantaneous. Don't need to tell me twice.
Looks like the options include consume.
Tasted a little like dog.
Tasted undead, unfortunately. Itchy tasty.
We can get this with get into and biceps.
Nice.
Okay, it definitely feels like we're starting to run out of enemies because
The thing that's going to be really tricky is that I wonder if that undead dog was an important part of the puzzle to beat the level 10 at the end. Because they're not undead. And
they're not
if we
undead,
hit
but
them with undead dog, then they become undead and we do double damage.
They do, but with their HP at 636, I wonder how we get to that, even with double damage on the next attack, you know?
Well, it would be double damage on all attacks from then on out because they're marked as undead, right?
Oh!
I think it just marks them as undead. They're just undead now. But I might have been wrong. It might have been undead for one attack.
Sounds about right. Yeah, we're in the realm where first strike... Whoa! Couldn't actually cast first strike there. We're in the realm where first strike is basically required for us to kill things.
Necessary, yeah, for these 2 hits. Yeah. No harm, no foul, right? This is basically a puzzle, and we didn't know that we would click on the dog and instantly consume it. I would have also expected a menu. Or like, yeah, because when you click on the glyphs, it lets you choose where to target, and you can back out.
Definitely.
Ooh,
a
eat
bit
the
more damage
sword.
there, though. Like a weapon by base, that'd be super useful.
Yeah. We can kill them.
Yeah, we can, right?
Do you want to
And
go up
that'll-
there, do a hit, and then do biceps and get in there and just get that XP?
I think get in there will just do it by itself.
It's
Biceps
good by
doesn't even-
itself, you're right. But for some reason in my head, I thought biceps was giving us an experience bonus, but it's one a fight that's giving us the experience bonuses. Want to
Yes.
fight?
Wanna fight, mate? Hey,
I don't want to die.
get in there.
What was that like ghost that walked across the screen?
So I think that was a dodge chance.
Dodge?
Um,
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
what
we didn't
our
take any
base
damage.
is. Yeah, exactly. We didn't take any damage there, but other than the 5% dodge from this, I don't know where we would have even a dodge chance.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think that was our first dodge. I thought that was our spirit coming back into our body, having died. We're gaining a lot of health, but we knew that. That's one of our bonuses. We gain a lot of health. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. I guess there's some amount of, it might be good to hit some of these enemies and then summon them later so that we get the experience bonus. But
There we go.
chainsaw.
Hail
Nice.
to the king, baby.
Strange name, great perks. Plus 10 health and plus 5 to your damage. That's what I was looking for this whole time.
Nice. And there's some bottom corner area under your shoulder too, in case we desire it. Oh, wow. Oh, we used all our mana clicking on that.
Oh, right. Wait, no.
Oh, did chainsaw
No.
just take our mana away?
I think it... Well, I'm not getting any mana when I'm exploring right now.
When you
1 per block. Down here, found nothing.
What the heck?
So maybe it is.
That's wacky. Like a hidden effect? Or-
Yeah. It has to be something like that, right? I can't see anything else.
Something
Wait.
wicked.
Oh, mana burn. Lose all mana, cannot regenerate mana.
What did we get
Uh,
mana burned by?
I do not know for the life of me.
From... Is it No, when you try to click a spell that you can't afford, it just doesn't happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we cure that. Well, we'll be okay. I'm sure of it. Smile. We'll get out of this.
It didn't disappear when I killed an enemy. What?
Yeah. That's fine. We'll find another undead in the left corner. It's Minesweeper now. Plus, we've got potions. We got a lot of potions, actually. That's quite good.
We definitely do. We could get rid of like all of these just for 10% damage ups now if we're going all physical at this point. It's just
Yeah, and maybe we need to.
it just still feels like Bad Ash just murders us, but maybe there's another item around here to help us out. Oh, and a swamp.
Whoa, speaking of another item, we can't cast spells. What mana burned us?
I have no clue. That is one thing I do wish I knew, at least. It feels like it's probably the chainsaw, but it says nothing about that occurring.
I agree that it is that it is lying to us. Oh yeah, and health potions fully heal us on this character too, which means as long as we can take a hit, then we might be able to fight the boss. We'll be able to do this. What's that?
The boomstick.
The boomstick.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Okay, we need to start breaking down spells. I'm with you.
Yep. Let's
I
get
think
rid
we
of
try to keep
Modified.
get in there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe break down that. Maybe break down Indus Wall. When it's time. We don't need to do it right now. We just needed to make space, right?
Mm-hmm. Without being able to quick strike on the next hit, this is still... Well, I mean, we can heal back up.
We'll heal. Yeah, and there's more potion too, bottom left corner. So that's good.
It's also true. Wait.
They
if I
all
go-
have the petrify, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Why are we safe?
Oh, because we're on full HP at the moment, so they can't petrify us.
I see. That's the damage that we will take. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then can we heal enough from walking around, or do we just have to use a potion? Oh, but they'll heal too.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I kind of want to move here and see where we sit after that. Worst case scenario, we've just wasted a couple spaces and we end up using a potion to kill the fiend anyway.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So we still just need to do that. Unfortunately, our damage is still... Yeah, so they're still 2 away from us killing with this?
Oof. Okay, well then we'll explore and finish healing, and that's fine. Hey, Werf. More damage, more better. Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Wraith.
That's good. That's good. This is a way for us to use our health.
Yeah, and it's a way to get to the next level too.
Although, it's gonna kill us on the second hit, and we can't do first strike. So is there
True.
something else we can do? Can we do a conversion of something? Like at this point?
And this wall's probably... Ow.
Yeah, and that'll... Does that make us get the kill though? Oof. We need another 9 damage by base. That's so much. Dude,
Well-
I think we're stuck mana burned.
Yeah,
right?
I think we are. So I think just jettison those two.
Dude, that's so much damage. It's big.
It's very good.
How much do we get from converting the mana potion?
10. So very
lot.
minimal. It does look like it would actually give us mana at this point, which feels bad.
Oh yeah, it feels really bad. Oh gosh.
Is there... That's the exit. Is there any, like, sub-area, maybe?
We can do some math. How much damage does the boss do to us, and how much damage do we do to the boss? It might be skip these other fights and just potions. So we're doing 81 actually. And they have 636.
Yep.
5 hits puts us at 405. 6, 486. 7. So we need like 8 hits.
We can hit, heal, hit, heal, hit, heal, hit, heal.
We can do it.
We can do a total of 8 on Bad Ash there. Part of me is wondering, like, would we get much better breakpoints if we killed someone else first? But if we can
We would
just
have
do
to
this,
level
why
up.
not just do this, right?
Yeah, I think we just need to get the win. Did I math this right? Is it 8 or is it 9? Did I shoot 5 shots or 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like it's 8 as it's visually represented, right? And 8 by 80 is 640 and 648, right? So it is over their limit.
So we're there. Yeah, so it is 8. Perfect. Let's win.
Let's do it. And this is a hotkey P. Got it. So strike P.
Groovy?
Strike P. Strike P. Strike P. Strike P. Strike P. Strike P. Strike.
We win! I'm a winner!
Oh man! Even without
man.
the dog.
No lie. We found the line. These heretics were too nasty for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually probably an important learning lesson, not tunnel visioning on trying to hit max level. Like sometimes just getting the boss kill, lying, cheating, and stealing to get the boss kill. We got mana burned by that enemy. They had a mana burn effect. That enemy mana burned us with one of their hits. Because it said mana when we swung at them, it said mana burn.
And it cleared after we killed the boss. So maybe leveling would have cleared it. Don't recall entirely if we did level since that point, but boom.
We found the answer. We found a way out. It doesn't matter if there was, like, at some point in time, I realized this recently when I was playing a puzzle game. Constraining yourself by some idea of the correct way to solve the puzzle before you've solved the puzzle just reduces your joy and your success, right? You don't need to solve the puzzle the right way. You should play around and solve the puzzle. And then if you want to play a Zachtronics game, you can go back and try to find a more graceful solution or something, right? A more elegant solution. But first, you should just solve the puzzle, whatever way works.
And it definitely seems solved right here. Get the badge of a specialist, killing the last boss using either magical or physical damage, but not both. There's
I like that.
Bunch of the rest of these that look like they could be achieved on basically any individual challenge. But there we go. Quest complete for the Deadites. You fought well, but it was too late. It looks like you'll have way more undead butt to kick before the day is done. Get 150 for it.
GG.
GG!
That was fun. That was fun. Did you enjoy going back to a new coat of paint on a familiar classic?
Extremely. To the point that I'm like...
Good.
You know the gif of Ralph Simpson going, I'm in danger.
Yes.
I have that looking at the last couple of weeks of Take a Peek and going, my schedule is in danger.
Yeah. And you're off schedule too, because you're playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and now it's like, I might have to get a dungeon in there.
Exactly.
Might have to get 1 or 2 dungeon in there too.
Oh,
and how are you going to spend so much time playing NGU Idle if you have to play dungeons?
Thankfully, that game plays itself, so it's just
literally
simple to do. Well, that has been Rhaps and Teak Take a Peek at Desktop Dungeon. You'll be able to Desktop Dungeons with an S. Enhanced
Can I
edition.
say that's a wrap? Do we say that, or is that joke too bad and played out?
It's been done a few times, I will admit. There have definitely been comment sections that have wanted me to end all videos with, and that's a wrap, something like that.
No, that's all, folks.
This has been Desktop Dungeons. My name's been Rhapsody. His name's been Sneaky Teak. This is Rhaps and Teak Take a Peek. You'll find all the links you're looking for at the very top of the description down below. For the moment, though, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and, well, that's a wrap.